Ask any watch collector which brand is king, and the answers are predictable. Rolex, the crown of mass appeal. Patek Philippe, the peak of horological artistry. But here's the kicker. When it comes to holding value, the story doesn't play out the way you might think. Today, we're diving deep into the numbers to answer a bold question. How did Rolex, the everyman's luxury, beat Patek Philippe, the undisputed master of high horology, in value retention? And stick around, because the data might just make you question everything you thought you knew about these two giants of the watch world. Welcome back. My channel provides independent market analysis. I don't do paid posts or sponsorships, and I buy my data from credible sources like watch charts, so you get the truth, not the hype. So, let's set the stage. Rolex is the ultimate symbol of success. Whether you're closing deals, diving into the ocean, or just flexing at brunch, Rolex screams, "I've made it." But it's more than empty hype. It's iconic. The Submariner, Daytona, GMT Master, these are more than watches. They're cultural artifacts. On the other hand, Patek Philippe is the Picasso of the watch world. Their craftsmanship and complications are unmatched. A Patek isn't only a watch, it's an heirloom designed to be passed down from generation to generation, or at least, as their tagline says, you never actually own a Patek Philippe unless you over-leverage your house to buy it. So you'd think the brand with the insane complications and six-figure price tags would hold value better, right? Well, let's talk numbers. First up, Rolex. Sports models are the undisputed champions of value retention. Take the Cosmograph Daytona 126-500. Retail price, $16,000. Market price today, $29,000. That's an 86% premium. Not bad for a watch that spends half its life sitting in traffic on Instagram. Well, the GMT Master 2 Bruce Wayne, yes, that's what we're calling it now. Retail price, $10,800. Market price, almost $18,000. That's a 65% premium. And the Sky Dweller 336934, a casual $6,300 over retail. But what about their precious metal models? I've talked about this a lot. This is where things cool off faster than a collector realizing their Grail watch has a scratch. The Day-Date 40 in platinum, retail $113,000. Market, $109,500. A small dip, but manageable. Now the Submariner Date in yellow gold, retail $43,500. Market, a little under $35,000. That's a 20% loss. Ouch. Turns out gold doesn't glitter as much when it's on your wrist instead of your bank vault. Now let's talk about Patek Philippe. The good news, their Aquanaut and Nautilus collections are crushing it. The Nautilus 5811/1G in white gold, retail $78,000. But the market, $143,000. That's an 83% premium. And the Aquanaut chronograph 5968A in steel, retail goes a little under $59,000. Market, $124,000. 110% jump. Those are Rolex level numbers or better. But here's the bad news. Outside of the sports models, Patek dress watches are struggling harder than me trying to pronounce perpetual calendar chronograph after 2 espressos. Take the Calatrava self-winding 6007G. Retail, $42,000. Now the market, $26,600. That's a 30% drop. Or how about the annual calendar 5396G, retail at $68,000? The market, oh boy, $31,000. That's a 54% nosedive. Even the perpetual calendar chronograph 5270P, a platinum masterpiece, loses 33% of its value. So apparently, heirloom quality doesn't always mean resale friendly. So why does Rolex consistently beat Patek Philippe in value retention? Well, it comes down to 4 key factors. Rolex enjoys a much broader appeal than Patek Philippe. For many luxury buyers, it's the first stop on their journey into high-end watches. Models like the Explorer or Datejust speak to a massive audience, making Rolex a household name in the world of luxury. Patek, by contrast, operates in a more narrow space, catering primarily to seasoned collectors and connoisseurs who value the artistry and exclusivity the brand represents. Now, a big part of Rolex's success lies in its steel sports models, which have become the gold standard of value retention. Ironically, they often outperform Rolex's actual gold models. These watches are versatile, durable, and admired worldwide, making them just as at home in the office as they are underwater or on a mountain. Rolex has also perfected the delicate balance of controlled scarcity. There's always just enough supply to keep buyers engaged, but limited enough to keep demand and prices soaring. Patek's exclusivity is certainly appealing, but it doesn't create the same frenzy across a broader market. Finally, Patek's vulnerabilities lie in its reliance on dress watches and high complications. While undeniably beautiful, these pieces struggle to compete in terms of resale value. They're like a fine wine, meant to be savored, not sold. Unless, of course, you're trying to flip a Calatrava. In that case, you'll need more than a fine wine. You'll need a stiff drink. But let's give credit where it's due. Patek's Nautilus and Aquanaut collections are among the best performing watches of all time. And when it comes to craftsmanship, Patek is still in a league of its own. A perpetual calendar or grand complication may not hold value as well, but its horological significance is unmatched. So, what did we learn today? Rolex wins the value retention game thanks to its mass appeal, steel sports models, and controlled, some might say artificial scarcity. Patek Philippe, while the pinnacle of craftsmanship, struggles outside of its sports collections. But here's the real takeaway. Watches are more than investments. They're stories, passions, and sometimes just a little bit of indulgence. So whether you're Team Rolex or Team Patek, buy what you love and let the spreadsheets worry about themselves. Oh, and if you're a flipper, well, maybe don't start with a dress watch. So, do you think Rolex's value retention makes it the better brand, or does Patek's craftsmanship justify the price? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.